My son's name is Brad Golub, and at 3.5, he was diagnosed with autism. You know, it was hard. The younger years, pretty severe. But when you age out of school, there's not a lot available. So thank God I hooked up with Jewish Family Children's Services, and we found out about the Soups and Sweets program.
Soups and Sweets is a program designed to take special needs young adults and give them job skills. Basic things like knife skills, weights and measures, reading recipes, you know, all of these sorts of things.
What it did for me is that it taught me how to become a chef, how to read from a cookbook, and also how to make different soups, such as mushroom barley, split pea, tomato bisque, and some of the other types of desserts like lemon bars, chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal raisin cookies, snickerdoodles, lemon bars, and hamantaschens, and any other kinds of desserts that I made.
So having a program like Soups and Sweets, having something that he knows that he can come into and do and succeed, the confidence level just goes through the roof.
Out of the group of 8, we had about 3 who we felt were, you know, that we could push a little further. Okay, he was one of those, and he landed his job at Iron Hill Brewery, which we were thrilled with.
Not full day. It's just from 10 to 2.
As soon as he walked in the door, everybody loved having him in. My immediate concerns as an employer was, you know, just how he was going to get along with the staff and how the job was going to get done. He knew how to read a recipe, he knew his measurements, he knew all of those things. And I think without the preparation that he got from Soups and Sweets, you know, it would have been a much longer path that he would have been on. And they really did a great job with setting it up for him. He
got the basics here, and just as important as getting the basic skills, he got the confidence, which is terrific. You know, this is what it's all about. This is what we want to see.
If he didn't have this, he'd be sitting home. And I don't even want to think about how unhappy he could be. He's a busy guy. He's got a great life. It's thanks to JFCS. It's wonderful, thanks.
You do not expect to lose your children. You do not expect to lose the dreams that you have for your children. And you do not even understand where your children are after they die. And there's a lot of guilt about surviving your children.
My daughter, Jamie Brooke Lieberman, was 35 when she passed away of inflammatory breast cancer. There were 800 people at her funeral.
My son Matthew, when he came home from Rutgers after his freshman year, and there were some symptoms that within a month's time, we were told was a terminal pediatric cancer. But after living at CHOP for about 11 months, the doctors told us that Matthew was going to die. Within 2 months, he died at home, very peacefully. And then I sunk as low as I thought I could ever sink.
So we started a bereavement group. It turned out to be 5 women who had adult children who we all lost. I looked so forward to being with these girls, and all the support and all the kind words, and how they absolutely knew what I was feeling. The group met for 8 weeks Our facilitator was absolutely fabulous. She came so well prepared. She brought us readings and homework.
Each one of us was a woman whose world had fallen apart. The only people we could discuss all of these many issues with was each other. There was nobody who understood that it wasn't just as simple as, I miss him. The process by which I began to cope just sped up because of these women.
And it doesn't feel like it's really getting better, but I know that I have good support, and that means everything.
Now, we don't meet and commiserate. We meet and we find ways to engage, we find ways to cope. We're all trying to find ways to, work through this and recognize that life is still going to go on, and we've made the choice, obviously, to live.
A tribute, Jewish Family and Children's Service, to really getting us going and connected. And I think this is a very valuable program that should go on and on and on.
So Patient Partners is a division of JFCS that pairs up volunteers with individuals who need assistance, not only just going to the doctor's appointments, but having someone be the eyes and ears, asking questions, and really understanding medical jargon.
Good morning. How are you?
I knew I had to see a doctor, and I had no way of getting there. They get women who will take you to the doctor, who will sit in with you, take notes, and they're very knowledgeable.
Instead of nitro or something, is it worth it to maybe just in the back burner have a script for like Ativan or just something?
Absolutely. Now,
patients retain about 18% of what the doctors say in a typical office visit. So it was very important for Susie to bring the Patient Partners program to JFCS.
And now it is such a part of my life that I can't believe that I could manage without it.
If it was me taking my own grandmother or mother to a doctor's appointment, I would want to know everything possible there is to know and write down everything she'll need to remember. And I do that the same with her. I'm protective over her. I want her to have all of her questions answered, and I want her to understand everything as well.
I don't have the fear that I had before, because I know I have these people who care for me, who will take care of me.
I currently have 3 patients. All of them live in some of the local independent or assisted living facilities in the area. They all have similar fears about going to appointments.
I mean, it's such an amazing thing to do. I was definitely skeptical in the beginning because I've honestly never heard of Patient Partners before, but I knew since it was through JFCS, I knew it had to be an amazing program, and it turned out to be a wonderful thing.
Can that sweater go up a little bit?
I think it's a win-win situation for the doctors to make sure their patients understand what's going on, and it's for the patient to have a clear understanding of everything, and then it's maybe a win-win-win because I get so much out of it as well, so triple win.
My 2 angels, bless them. I don't think they could treat their own family any better than they treat me.